know the facts before you move forward. And this is mainly, this is worldly, but mainly in reference to
record store pricing and whatnot,
Yes.
where people read headlines and see, but it's a good point that you're making, because people only read the headline, don't get into it, and they see that a price of something is this in one location. It's also like when they go and look up a price on eBay or Discogs, and they think that used record they have is going to be a certain thing. So we did previous videos, talked about this topic a number of times on here about the state of the music industry and pricing of albums. Vinyl is going up. I wanted to hit on the issue that I've now purchased in the last so many months, a number of CDs that have been $24.98, single disc.
Yes.
And so not only just normally when you're talking about
I'm looking for like just pricing ideas online, because somebody had commented on a post, right?
Yeah, someone commented on a post and said, you guys don't know what you're talking about. Vinyl isn't that expensive. I can get that album for $24.98. I can go to Walmart, I can go to Target, etc. And was really railing on it. And then somebody else commented on it, said the same sort of thing. And I'm like, you guys haven't done your homework, because you're not talking about the same albums then. You're not talking about the ones that we were specifically referring to that have list price that have gone up on it. So I kind of wanted to hit on that again.
And I get, you know how I guess I don't know what I'm talking about, since that's what I spend my life doing.
That was my thought of the whole thing, is that how is it that people can go out and say such things, and again, it's across the board.
Without doing the research.
Without doing research, but at the same time, this is your industry. This is what you do. It's your profession. You own the store. You do the purchasing. You see it on a daily basis. You've been doing this now 3-4 years?
Going on 3.5 years.
3.5, right. So going on 4 years.
I go on Amazon to check when new box sets come out, to check the prices.
Right.
If list is 300, I sell it for 300. Amazon will have, it'll show list with a little cross through it, and then their new price will be $249.98 instead of $299.98, and it'll say X% off.
Well, let's talk about that.
And usually that's what I pay for a $300 box set, is $250.
But and so, I mean, this is sort of rhetorical when I say this, but how is it that Amazon can do it at the cheaper price?
Magic. They buy it in bulk.
They buy it in bulk.
They get it for a much larger discount than we do. If I'm buying a unit, they're going to charge me an extra. I'll pay the extra $5.
I mean, what do you normally?
But Amazon's buying 1,000, so they're okay selling the 1,000, making $1 instead of the $4.
Right, exactly, and that's why I sort of say it's rhetorical. People should understand this.
Yes,
that they're buying in bulk, so they're going to have a lower number. And so, if there is a Target or a Walmart or something else that can suddenly have the new Metallica or the new whatever at a way lower rate, that's how they're doing it. It's not that the independent record stores are jacking the prices up, which is the other comment.
The list
that I hear
is the
a lot.
list.
Yeah.
They also, the chain stores also have they can afford to price a new release cheaper on new release day. They're used to, remember when as kids, we were able to go into a record store, the list price was $15.
Yep.
But it's on sale the week of release for 12 or 11
or 10. It was like they were taking a loss.
They used to discount the record. If you ordered it for release, you paid less than you did 2 weeks after release.
True, absolutely.
And shit also sold in abundance, so pricing was also different. There's pricing scales.
That's true. And I know a lot of those things where the $18.98 was a standard price for a CD for a long time in the 90s. And you could buy it on release day for like $11.99, $12.99. The number was down. Not necessarily that they were taking a loss on it, but they wanted to get you in the door. They knew you were coming out to buy the new thing, and then you'd stick around and you buy other stuff, and you were paying your $18.98s on the other thing, and it all balanced out. And you're right. 2 weeks later, that brand new CD was $18.98. It wasn't on sale anymore.
Yeah. And there was also, when people went to record stores in the 90s, you sold it in bulk.
Yeah.
You were selling hundreds on release day alone.
Thousands sometimes. I mean, some of these artists.
Yeah, what am I selling?
Pearl Jam, 900,000 copies of Versus its first
1 week.
That's right, one week. So imagine how many each store individually was selling.
Yeah.
Right, and that's not happening anymore, unfortunately. So, you're bringing in new artists. You might bring in 5 or 6, unless it's a super major artist.
That's a CD, because I get a return allowance on CDs.
That's right.
Records I could probably sell more of, but I can only afford to buy one.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because if it turns out nobody comes in for that,
I'm stuck with it, and I might be. I can't afford weekly
right,
to buy 10 records at $25 to $35 a piece, my cost, and sit on that.
Right.
Like you say, oh, it's one new artist. Picture that 5 times a week.
yeah,
Times 52 weeks in a year, times the last 3 years. That's why sometimes I only have one. Like
Well,
even newer stuff, the new Lumineers record.
Yeah.
I had a lot of requests for this. So okay, you know what? There's a lot of interest and buzz around a new Lumineers record. I haven't sold one. All 4 of you guys that wanted that thing
didn't come back.
Where are you?
Right, and that happens unfortunately
All the time.
But you have to be thinking of that in order to stay on top of what you need to for the store.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
And now I'm thinking, so it's already back ordered. So if I didn't order those 4, those guys came in, then they're going to go to Amazon or somewhere else and get it,
Right.
because I didn't have it. And it's usually the way it happens. When
Yeah.
Catch 22, whatever the hell it
yeah,
is. It
a
sucks.
It's a catch-22 if you don't bring it
Let's see
in.
what the new Lumineers costs on
Right.
Amazon while we're here.
And another thing that you've kind of moved towards is, unless the box set is really big major artists that you
I
know
can't
you're going
afford
to
to
sell,
put it in the store.
you're not bringing them in. You know, if somebody comes in and says, "Hey, I want that," you'll get it, you'll have it here. But you used to be able to bring those in, but not moving them, that's a problem, right?
It sucks.
It's you're sitting
I
on
want 'em in here.
dollars, and if it doesn't move, you can't bring in other product.
Hey, Mike, can you go through that and grab the new Lumineers LP?
Oh, here it is. Sorry.
It's can't hear sometimes.
It's
can't see.
$29.98.
29. There you
Same
go.
price.
Same price.
So what they're not, which is good, what they're
Right,
not doing
right.
online, they're not going out and just, it's always $25. They sell it for a list. When you see it under, there's just so many, I don't price shit above list. There's record
Yeah.
stores out there that take the liberty because it's manufacturer suggested retail price.
Right,
You could
right.
do whatever you want with it.
Put a $50
I
out
do
of
the
it.
manufacturer suggested retail price because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah. And you're not looking to make a killing on something. You don't want to steal from someone. The idea is to move a lot of product.
Yeah, if you see somebody out there that's selling this for $35, they're an asshole.
Yeah.
And
Right. And
Plain and simple.
And maybe they have to do it because of losses on other things. You know, bringing in stuff that doesn't move.
I get that, which is part of the process and the pain in the ass of,
Yeah.
of being in this business.
Right.
But for the guy who made the comment about we don't know what we're talking about with
Right.
pricing, man, come and hang out with me
Yeah.
for a day, and
Yeah.
I'll show you.
It,
I don't think you know what you're talking about, and that's okay. Stop reading the headlines.
but also stop going on and posting things and suggesting that you somehow know more because you went and you saw a record for $25 somewhere, but it's not the same one we were talking about.
Yeah, if you're a welder,
Yeah.
I'm not fucking with you, bro.
Right.
Because you know what you're doing with welding. I'm not
don't
going to come
weld.
and say you can't mig a tig and tig a whatever the fuck, right? I don't know. That's
Right.
not my shit.
Right.
This is my shit. So don't tell us we don't know what we're talking about.
Right.
Do
And-
your research first. Don't be one of those assholes.
And certainly, you know, your situation for this store as an independent owner is a unique thing and can be different for somebody else in another location in another city, just the way that it is different for an Amazon, a Walmart, a Target, or whatever that is selling these things, or when artists sell this stuff online. You know, I love giving the business to the artists, but oftentimes they're the most expensive one.
Let's talk
on
about
there.
Pearl Jam again.
Yeah.
The fucking saviors of the human race. I love them. I'm always gonna love
I know, I was
them.
gonna say you love
But
them,
listen, you're charging me $40 to $45 for your brand new single album.
yeah.
Not cool. And then you're hitting me $12 to $16 to ship it?
That's
Media mail?
That's the crazy
Come
part.
on.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. And Metallica, a number of these major artists have huge
Yeah.
shipping costs.
And they call it D2C, direct to consumer.
Yeah.
So it's great. You're going to get the record from the artist. You're cutting out the
Yep.
middleman. The artist is getting all the money.
Yep.
But,
They also
you
don't
know,
need to
oh,
sell
well,
it
I
at-
could buy it direct.
Right.
You know what? Pay that extra $10 to $20 for shipping. Some guys, that's the shipping price.
Yeah, and I would love to do that, except for the shipping costs on those things. There's I had a recent thing where the CD was $20 and the CD was 15 and the shipping was $20 and the total thing was $35 that I had to pay to get a CD. And it was a small little group. They're not selling it on Amazon. This was the only way to get it, and I want it no matter what because I'm that kind of guy. So I did it.
That could be semi-understandable, but
But $20 for shipping, it was
That's-
cost more than the CD.
and that's
did.
U.S.?
Yeah, and it was U.S. This was not an import.
back to Pearl Jam. So when I pre-ordered the 10 Club exclusive LP, and I did the CD Blu-ray
Yep.
just to have it,
Right.
Because I'm a fan.
Right.
So what they did was they charged me $12 or $16 to ship the LP and $12 or $16 to ship the fucking CD.
They didn't put it together?
No!
Oh, yeah. That's
Yo.
awful. Sometimes I'll go and I'll order from these things, but I make sure to order enough product to make it worthwhile.
Sound exchange.
How you doing, Anthony?
Yes.
Hi, it's Frank. How you doing, brother?
What do you need, Frank?
Did you get the new David Lee Roth?
Nothing is in.
Setting check?
My order's not here yet, but it should be in it. Do you want me to put one aside for you when it comes in?
Yeah, would you?
Yep.
And I'll be in later this afternoon.
That's fine, man. Probably after 1 o'clock, it's looking like.
Oh, yeah.
No, holy shit, Frank, the order's here now.
The guy's
Just
literally
walked in, bro.
bringing it in. Yep. Somebody's
Thanks.
calling
All right,
for
I'll see you this
something in that
afternoon, pal.
box.
Thanks so much.
Bye.
I'll see you then. Bye-bye.
You gotta love it when that happens.
See
Order
how things
arrives.
work?
That's right.
Crazy,
See,
right?
because you were saying it wouldn't be here, then it arrives.
Yeah, which is fine. But so, this is an interesting tidbit for everybody. What's up, Anthony?
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Thanks.
Want me to open it?
No. Oh, yeah, you know what? You can start advertising the CDs. That'd be awesome. But you see, I answer the phone,
Right.
and the minute somebody says, "Is this Anthony?" You see the deflation come over me.
Right, because it's not going to be a regular question. It's not going to
But
be.
it was, and it was.
Well,
and it's
yeah.
this is nobody's fault. This is
Right.
just me personally. I get so deflated because I hear my name 1,000 times a day. I get asked 1,000 questions a day, Mike.
Oh, I thought you were jerking off.
No, cutter.
Cutter.
Did you lose
Mike's
the cutter
making
again?
this
You
motion.
can't find the little green cutter.
I know. Whenever the blade is missing, it's my fault.
And even if it's a conversation I want to have, the minute somebody says, "Is this Anthony?"
Right.
I put my head down and I want to fucking cry.
Yeah. Well, I've heard some of the conversations that have come in, and we've talked about this before, where some of you guys out there will call in to talk to Anthony. And Anthony can't always spend that time having the conversation, even though he wants to, because he's got to run a store. So I know you hear your name sometimes, and you think, is this going to be somebody asking a real music question, or is it going to be somebody who just wants to chit chat? And you got a lot to do, man. People
I
don't
know.
understand that running a store is not all fun and games.
Like we had a holiday week this week, right?
Yeah.
Every order's in today.
Yeah, I know. You're off a date. I didn't even think about that.
Yep.
That's right. This is
So it's-
President's Day weekend, this past weekend, and that throws everything off, and you got to deal with that.
Yes, we do.
And getting stuff in for release day might come late because of that, and that's a whole stressful thing in and of itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, so pricing, it's anything. Don't read the headlines. Don't assume you
Right.
know what you're talking about until you really know what you're talking about. Because what we all forget is there's another side out there.
Right.
And you're so invested in your side that you don't give a shit about the other person's side. But instead of just saying, what do we have in common? Oh, we're human. We both believe in something, even
Right.
if it's different.
right.
You
We both like music.
people forget that.
Yeah, it's like, fans of this band versus fans of that band, and they can't get along, or ideologies and political natures of
I don't
these
like
artists
Brussels
and-
sprouts. Put one in your mouth, and then you can tell me you don't like it. Did you ever
Right.
have one? No.
No. Yeah, right.
Then fuck you for saying you don't like it.
You're excited about that?
No, you are.
Are you
Why
getting
would I
the
be?
youthquake?
No, not at all. I don't know.
You know, I know who's
Dead
Michael.
or-
I have a Michael that
Michael
loves that.
that likes that. No, I'll be looking for pattern-seeking animals. Did you get that in? He's like, I don't know. It might be in the box.
It might be in the
I think
box
it's
on
gonna be-
CD, but it's one of those things that Bob always
Well, I
said,
was
"Hey
gonna
man,
say
get this
Bob.
in a store; it'll sell."
Right. Oh, he didn't tell you this time? 'Cause
I don't, dude.
That's a
I
Bob.
don't remember.
Oh, there's the David Lee Roth. Let me show one just for those of you. This was what the guy was calling in for, the David Lee Roth box set. First 4 studio albums and E EP.
Mike asked me 3 times today on separate occasions what's coming in the order today. I don't.
Now, once
know.
you put it in, you don't.
I
know.
put it in,
Yeah.
it's gone. Plus,
Right.
I entered thousands of order records for Record Store Day this week.
Oh, that's right. That's coming
Let's
up
not
too.
forget, I spent 12 hours cleaning 200 records yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
I really don't.
your
It's
mind
not
is
that
mush.
I want to know. I
Right.
thought it was going to be so easy. You're going to come in. Oh, somebody's going to ask you what the new releases are. Brrr. No,
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that coming out this week? I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's not because I
don't
didn't
e-
learn it at one point.
Right.
I'm not 25. I'm not 35 where that information
ol-
stays in my brain.
Right. Right. Or that's the only information. You have more information in your mind now than you did back then.
And it's such an influx of new information every day.
True.
That-
True.
you let it go.
Yeah.
Except for pricing.
Except for
That's one of those things because that's something you're moved by that I remember.
Yep, and it's part of the business. The dollar amounts, the money, that aspect of what it takes to run the business. I mean, you've got to be in it. You can't not know that, right?
What is that?
Running Wild.
That's what he bought.
That's what I
Oh,
bought
that's
last
not
week.
the pattern-seeking animals?
No. But, all right, guys. So anyway, we just wanted to address that issue regarding pricing, regarding where things are at, do a little rant on this. Kind of bottom line, everybody do your homework. Realize that somebody else has a different opinion. It's okay. They're just opinions, right? But don't spout a bunch of stuff that you don't know the facts about. If you're gonna read a headline, you got to read the article. Then you should read something else to confirm that that's what it is. Because everybody is gonna spout it from their own perspective. And if you read one perspective, you don't know anything else. You don't know the whole side of it.
Yeah.
So don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
Right? That just works for everything in life.
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. Right? So there's our record store rant for the day. We hope you guys enjoyed this one. Set some people straight. Open up some eyes maybe on the other ones. And if nothing else, just a good chuckle and a laugh to have hearing us complain like we do.
I hope people at home are yelling
At us at the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
I hope they're moved by something. So they're just like, yeah.
There are
It'd
people.
be awesome.
Yeah.
And videotape yourselves doing that and then email it to Brendan. And he'll get it to me.
One of these times we've got to do a thing where we film a video, but you ask people to do something, and all the people out there that have the YouTube channel will film the response to it.
Oh, can we do that?
We can. It's a thing.
I want you to film yourselves yelling when we yell. Like if we're passionate about
Right,
something
right.
and it moves you, I need you.
Film
we need to see
yourselves
that.
watching our video, yelling at us or agreeing with us, but in such emotion and power. We'll have to set
Sometimes
that
when I get heated,
Right.
I feel that I'm the only one, and I need to find a way to control it.
People comment all the time.
I need to see
saying
you people
how
doing
much
that too.
They love whether it's passion, whether you're upset about something or you're into something or whatever it is, that passion, they love it.
It's
They're always
never
like-
false.
They're always, no, that's what
It's
they say.
always that's the
You're always
passion and the
true.
truth. My whatever. That's 100%. That when that comes out, that's just.
Yeah, it's just you being you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And if
People
you
love it.
if you I know everybody has that.
Right.
I need to see other people doing that so I know I'm not an ass.
Right, right.
I know I'm a motherfucker.
Right.
Not for the reason that guy said
That's
I was.
right. No, that's right. You got a whole other set of reasons.
I have a whole other set of reasons.
Right,
to be
we
a
all do.
motherfucker.
Exactly.
But, cool. Thanks, guys. For
Thanks,
watching.
guys, and
See you
we'll
later.
talk to you soon.